It's kind of funny too, guys, because we've been so hung up on talking about the system changes. And there's all this Elena footage everywhere, and we haven't been talking about much Elena. So at least let's take a moment here to like watch this and like, you know, check out the character. I'm super excited for Elena. We gotta cool off a bit, you know. So I guess I'm just gonna watch this in real time and just to talk about everything. Now that we know Elena is moveless, I can kind of tie it together with what we're seeing in the footage, and I'll kind of add stuff because I watched all those Elena videos last night. So I'll add stuff if it doesn't explain something. Technical, so it means she's hard difficulty. With a wealth of target combos and special moves that chain to other moves, Elena has the attack options to deal with any situation. Yeah, it's interesting. A lot of her normals, they go into target combos, like even her crouching medium kick. And all those target combos are like special cancelable. Some cause juggle states, some don't. So I think even though she is technical, I think like for a beginner, just doing normal combos to do flashy stuff will probably be easy to do with Elena because every target combo goes into something. People are really comfortable with that. And you don't have to worry about too much like linking if you want to just get started. But in terms of her heavy, she has like no cancelable heavies except for her crouching heavy punch, I think. So that's interesting, but at least it's easy to combo into. Like that target combo, that was medium punch, medium punch. And another thing too, like when we saw from the footage, Elena was drive rushing into that a lot. Her drive rush doesn't seem super fast, but it's kind of like Zangief where since Zangief's buttons go so far and lunge forward, Elena's does too. So it doesn't really matter if her drive rush is slow. When she drive rushes into these far-reaching buttons, it's like jump scare, and she gets mad frame advantage. So yeah, that's medium punch, medium punch. That's crouching medium kick, crouching heavy kick. So that's really interesting because she doesn't normally have a cancelable crouching medium kick, but she can drive rush into it and combo after as well. Seems to have a lot of frame advantage. So that target combo, I'm seeing the CPU like juggle into that. That's medium kick, heavy kick, I believe, into spinning Scythe, and spinning Scythe is core circle back kick. What's cool about this, Elena can cancel after the second hit and go into the second part of her twirl that gives her enhanced moves. And then you can twirl one more time by pressing forward and punch for Lynx whirl. That's cool because if you know what the opponent's going to do, you can frame trap them, you can throw them if they're being defensive, right? Or they're going to use parry to deal with the high and low. There's a lot of options here. And Elena's just going to be a really proactive, always moving, always dancing kind of character. There's a lot of layers to this. So that is her overhead. That should be forward, medium kick, medium kick. And we saw that if she drive rushes into this overhead, she can convert off of it into like full combo. Really good. Now this move here is not an overhead. That is another target combo that's forward, heavy punch, heavy punch, heavy punch. This target combo though, like it doesn't combo into anything, but it does a lot of damage. And I'm going to assume it's a one hit confirm. So if you see the first hit, then you follow up the other hits and hopefully the first hit of it is safe on block. But the range on it is so far, I'm sure you can space this thing. So this looks really good. On top of that, since she's doing the handstand, she's high profile. So it's probably gonna blow up lows. Really good poke. So that's Lynx Song, that's core circle forward punch into the normal mallet smasher, which was her overhead. I don't know if the normal non-enhanced version is still an overhead, but it looks like it is. Okay, showing her special moves now. A series of quick forward moving kicks effective at sending the opponent flying. This move can't hit crouching opponents, but deals powerful damage. It does! That's another thing. When I was watching Elena's footage, man, I was actually surprised how much damage she was doing. It's not crazy like, you know, Abigail, Zangief, Marisa damage, but it was higher than I thought it would be for a character that I would imagine would be poking you. And especially when she combos into this Rhino Horn, she has so many great juggles and corner carry with this. You can't hit crouching opponents, so this is more like you're going to be using a lot for combos. And a lot of her combos knock the opponent up, so it's all good. You shouldn't have problems comboing into this. Plus, she has the spinning Scythe move for when characters are crouching, so you don't have to worry about that. The stronger the kick, the further you jump. The light version is easy to integrate into combos, so I recommend practicing that one first. If you're in the corner, try using Scratch Wheel. That's her uppercut. Damn, almost full screen footsies. Yeah, that's her classic combo. She had that in Street Fighter 4 as well. Like, but once again, you get the extra reward of the juggle since the opponent was standing, right? Nice. See, that works mid-screen. It's good damage. That's interesting too. So that is her medium kick, heavy kick target combo. So medium kick, heavy kick, and that already launches the opponent up for you. And if you go into OD Rhino Horn, you get a side switch, man. Natural side switch. We saw in the gameplay trailer off a drive impact that she did the side switch. Yeah, that's heavy punch target combo. So that's going to be like one of her punishes. That's going to be some of her strongest combos. We'll start with heavy punch. And you'll see it does like 3 hits. So heavy punch, OD Rhino Horn into level 2. I'm sure it's going to explain a whole bunch of stuff with the level 2, so I'll wait till it does that. This is her uppercut. It says invincible against jumping attacks, make it useful as an anti-air. Yeah, no surprise there. It's just like your traditional uppercut. Just got to know what the speed is, right? If it's like a 6-framer. The light and medium version strike fast, so they're good for a quick anti-air. The heavy version is powerful and has reach, so use on an airborne opponents that are further away. Yeah, it looks good. I just hope it's not one of those DPs that go too under, right, or go too shallow. It's been strange, especially with Terry. The overdrive version makes you invincible as you rise into the air, but be careful if you miss the attack, you're wide open. Yeah, so once again, Elena has a reversal, but her level 1 is not invincible, so this is like your main get off me move. But it's great that she has a reversal. Okay, I want to know if the strength determines how far she goes. It's hard to see from the footage. A spinning rush forward that can be followed up by one of your 4 different techniques. This skill allows you to chain to a variety of follow-up attacks. In addition, you can close the gap between you and your opponent and your invincible projectiles while you're spinning. Punch strength, there you go. Okay, the punch strength does determine the distance. So this is like the opposite of DJ Sway. So she's spinning forward, she's fireball invincible, and depending on which button you press is which follow-up she does. And you can spin 1 additional time, but I'm sure I'll explain that. See, that's really far actually. And it looks fast. Like that looks like something you can do on reaction. So I'm pretty sure like for Akuma there, you can do that on reaction and close the gap. And then probably Guile as well, like characters that recover really fast. So I don't think Elena's gonna have any problems with projectiles. It'll be interesting to see JP, but since it actually says it's projectile invincible, she's not just going underneath the fireball. That means she'll go through the spikes too, so that's good. So this one, that is core circle forward punch, and then while she twirls, you press light kick. This one is for when you know the opponent is mashing. So if the opponent's like, they're scared that you're going to go in for a throw, or they're scared you're going to go for the overhead and they're mashing jab, you use this to hit them out because it hits the quickest. Because Elena's going to be not just doing this move in neutral, right? She's going to be doing it in block streams. She's going to do it as the opponent is waking up, right? There's going to be a lot of like trickery here because she's dancing, man. It's going to be crazy. This one is the launcher. What's important about this is that it says you'll maintain your invincibility projectile. So this is probably like your main punish for when someone's going through fireballs. Like you can twirl and then throw them. And then maybe in some cases, if you make a good read, you can twirl and do a full ground combo. But this looks like it's like more reliable, maybe more against Guile Sonic Boom or something where there's a lot of active frames. Like let's say Guile's doing like his level 2, throwing like a whole bunch of Sonic Booms. You probably want to use this move so you get as much projectile invincibility as you possibly can. If you twirled early and then they threw a fireball and you're like, oh, I see that, right? Then this is medium kick. And this one causes a launching state. And then you can do your uppercut after, or you can do your level 1. I'm gonna imagine this is minus on block too. Yeah, that was actually a great example. Hold on, let me see when he threw the fireball. They did it at the same time. So we would have to test this, but I imagine it's good. Okay, Mallet Smash. This was her traditional overhead, but the animation looks different because it's not the enhanced version. So this would be core circle forward punch and then to heavy kick. It does confirm it's an overhead on the normal version. That's good. While in the air, you can also dodge throws and low attacks. See, that's crazy. That's really tricky too, man, because if the opponent tries to mash and you do a low attack, you know, like a crouching jab or a crouching medium kick, this might sail over them. And we also saw from the CPU footage that if you hit this thing meaty, you can get a natural combo after as well. So there's a lot of layers here too. A lot of cool setups she's gonna have. overhead plus immediate and get a combo. So here we go. Here's Lynx Whirl. This is the follow-up. It says the added momentum from it will make the attacks performed out of it hit harder and more times. Let's go over that now. So you input core circle forward punch, and that will do the twirl. And then you press forward punch one more time, and then she'll do a second twirl. And then the follow-ups you do after that are enhanced. So she goes almost full screen. It was so funny, dude. In the CPU footage that we got yesterday, she did the OD version of this twirl, and she's going like full screen, super fast. And another thing too is like, since you see this distance, and we know that her super enhanced moves are like plus on block on some of them, that means that when Elena knocks down the opponent, she's gonna have a lot of resources because it's basically a free drive rush. So she'll save a lot of meter on her knockdowns and cause a lot of mix-ups. So this one, Leopard Snap, that was the one if the opponent mashes. It says gives you ability to move immediately even if the attack was blocked, so it's plus. That's really good. Probably not super plus because she just did a crouching light punch there. I think that's a crouching light punch. But that's like one example is what I mean. Like if the opponent gets too passive, they're holding parry or something, then you use this because you remain plus, and then now, you know, you got to force the strike, throw, guess. And when it lands too, wow. So she's juggling into this? She is. Wow, it's not a cancel, right? Because it's a level 2. Plus frames and easy confirm to level 2? Wow, that's awesome. And corner conversion. Jeez. Yeah, you're probably going to use that move a lot. So Harvest Circle, that was that launcher with the fireball invincibility. That's medium kick. Gives you more time to form follow-ups on a hit, which really opens up your options for combos. Okay, so we get more juggles. Okay, so it juggles into Rhino Horn, which probably in the corner gives you another juggle. I also saw like she will be able to do a drive rush after that and carry you to the corner. Like drive rush, looks like crouching medium punch into Rhino Horn. She has great corner carry. So Mallet Smash, you jump faster and make it easier to dodge attacks. Also, you'll be able to keep attacking whether Mallet Smash hits or is blocked. That's crazy, bro. So yeah, this looks like the more classic animation. But she's plus after this? What? And it's already an overhead. I guess it's slow, but I would imagine this blows up lows too. Yeah, man. Elena getting away with the Lynx Whirl is, man, it looks strong. Now I need to know, like, on these plus frames. Since she did Crouching Light Punch frame trap, she might not be plus enough where she can walk back, right, and shimmy you. But this one, she might be able to walk back. If she can walk back and shimmy on either of those, that's very strong. Because that means she can bait reversal and shimmy you at the same time. And she can naturally combo after that overhead. That's sick. Crouching light punch after. Whew. Overdrive, you'll have all the benefits of Lynx Whirl from the start, as well as quickly become invincible at projectiles. That's insane. This for sure, you can react to fireballs. That one is like no doubt. If you know someone, if someone's zoning you and they have double fireball syndrome, she should have no problems getting around that. Which is kind of crazy. We don't have too many characters that are like that. A lot of characters that go through fireballs, they have to make a read, right? This is like, you know, Kimberly territory, but we have a character that's like a poking character, you know? Spinning Scythe. A series of spinning kicks, the second of which can transition to another technique on hit. Closing combos with this allows you to continue your offense or aim to follow up attacks. Spinning Scythe has one trait I want you to remember. You're much more likely to successfully combo when canceling from a normal into the special using the same button. That's one change I like that's really intuitive in Street Fighters. It helps people know without knowing frame data what combos of one. So it's just saying like, you know, crouching heavy punch should go into heavy spinning scythe, and crouching light punch should go into light kick spinning scythe. It's core circle back kick. Yeah, once again, when Elena has you in the corner, you're in trouble. All of her combos are going to do much more damage because she gets follow-up juggles. This is really crazy. So, yeah, I had a lot of questions about this move because it's showing that on Spinning Scythe, you can cancel into the second part, Lynx Whirl. That means you can do this on block. You could do this on hit. So there's like added combos you can do. If you land spinning scythe from a juggle state, I think you get even more combos. There's like a lot to experiment with here. I gotta see what's fake. Like for example, if I do spinning scythe on block, the opponent blocks it, and then they start mashing jab. Can I hit them with Lynx Whirl Leopard Snap, right? Where I frame trap them and stop them from pressing a button. If you can, if that's real, that opens up a ton of options. You can go into Lynx Whirl Throw, Lynx Whirl Mallet Smasher Overhead. That means on block, she's super scary. That you can just throw things out. But I think that's Capcom's intention. Like I said, she's supposed to be tricky, capoeira, and she's always dancing, she's always moving. So keep the opponent on your toes at all times. Yeah, see, she went from an overhead and did a reset there. It can hit crouching opponents. You can also perform falls with the attack. Okay. Cool. Yeah, this move is interesting too. So this is done with quarter circle back punch, but it has a follow-up by doing, I think, forward punch. Yeah, it's forward punch. So I need to know what that follow-up is, like what's canned. Let's see here. This move keeps you safe from counterattacks if it gets blocked, so don't worry about canceling into it. You also have longer than normal to follow up, so you have time to decide if you want to keep pressing. Okay. Okay, that's really interesting. So the first hit is safe on block. I would imagine she's minus, but safe. And then if you see it hit, then you do the follow-up forward punch. Interesting. Well, Akuma is like whiffing though. I guess it's just showing the pushback, but once again, this is done with core circle back punch, and then the follow-up hit, which we haven't seen yet. That one is forward punch, where she does the cartwheel. The interesting thing is, okay, just keep in mind, guys, like she's canceling her buttons into this move. She's not doing it raw. Like that here, that's crouching heavy punch, and then she's going to core circle back punch, just in case you guys are confused. And then she's not doing the follow-up. It's a little different than DJ's backsway, because on DJ's backsway, he can go empty. Like he just goes core circle back, and then he goes, huh, and then you could just do nothing. But Elena, she always has to do that follow-up kick every time. So at least it's safe on block. Oh, wow, dude. It's a canned safe jump. The overdrive version has a great balance between speed and reach. It also hits more times than usual, so use it to gain the edge on the opponent. Wow. Crazy. So good. Supers now? Oh, it's her taunt! Guys, it's her old school taunt. That used to be crazy animated. If you land the hit, oh yeah, her level 1. It says you're invincible to air attacks. So once again, clarifying that our level 1 is not a reversal, but you can use it as an anti-air, and it gives you a juggle state. The rotoscope pose. Yeah. That's cool. I heard she still has her mirror match thing where she like, they touch hands. They still have it in this game. That's really cool attention to detail. Okay, her level 2, her healing. So we try to look as much footage on this as possible. I'm just gonna see what it says and I'll follow up with this. That's crazy. She can link into this meterlessly. That was crouching heavy punch into heavy spinning scythe. And she gets the column to level 2 from that? No meter? Wow. Like, Elena seems like really meter efficient character. And it goes through fireballs. That's crazy. Look how fast that is, guys. That is like Chun-Li's level 2 on crack. Because you don't have to worry about the follow-up hits not hitting, right? It automatically vacuums you into animation. All right, let's see the healing, what they show. Healing. Okay, the first thing is, okay, let's see her bar. I'll put my mouse cursor where the healing is. So we looked at the footage and I went back into the game and, you know, we're just eyeballing it, but it looks like it heals about a throw or a little bit more. So about 1200, 1300 health, which makes sense because, well, one, they don't want it to be broken in this game, guys. It is a level 2. But on top of that, you're getting a lot of damage. Like, look how much damage Ryu took. And here's another crazy thing that I'm noticing. Ryu is losing the same amount of drive meter regardless of the healing. Like, look at his drive meter on the top right. He still loses a bar. That's crazy. That means you get the best of both worlds. You get to drain their 1 bar drive meter like a normal level 2 would. even though you're missing the last hit, and she heals. I know you guys are expecting like 20% health or something, but bro, by her healing like 1200, 1300 health, that means she technically for that round has more health than Zangief does. You're getting damage, you're getting utility by going through fireballs, comboing into it, and I think she gets Oki as well. When she recovers, like look, she's standing up, Ryu's still getting up. So that means I can drive rush in. You get Oki, damage, healing, and you still drain the same amount of drive meter. I mean, honestly, I think that's really good. It's obviously not probably going to be broken like people were expecting, like Street Fighter 4 Elena, of course, but there's no way Capcom would do that. But honestly, this seems better the more I think about it. Another thing too, this could be placebo, but when we're looking through the footage, it seemed like sometimes she was gaining a little bit more health. I could be losing my mind, but there might be a possibility that she can hold down longer and gain more health, but she'll be more minus. But like, dude, that is just me eyeballing. It's really hard because sometimes she has great health, sometimes she doesn't. I will have to test that right away when she's released. But her level 2 is good. 20% health, bro. That would be absolutely insane, guys. We'd have like double level 2 situation. No, you guys don't want, you guys don't want to be about that life. Launch ball in the air, then deliver a series of nature powered kicks. It has invincibility at the beginning, make it useful as an anti-air or as a way to turn the tables. Yeah, I can't really tell how far she moves forward, but it looks like she just kicks straight up. So her level 2 is more for like closing the gap, and her level 3 is more for the anti-air. The CA for this looks great, by the way. She kicks you like a soccer ball. Oh, it's showing it here? Yeah, it does. This is sick. Look at Ryu. He's like a ball. He's curled up into a ball. Man, poor Ryu. Hype. Super sick. I think she's got a lot of combo depth. Looking at the CPU, remember, they weren't allowed to show a CPU 8. And the combos she was doing already are pretty incredible. It's more damage than I thought. A lot of corner carry. A lot of using drive rush. Super far range normals. The driver speed doesn't be super fast, but her normals go really far. There's a lot you can do with. She looks really meter efficient, and all of her supers look pretty good. So I'm super excited for her. Even though we know that she probably doesn't have throw loops, she has good side switches, and I think she'll be fine. And we have to see how real these Lynx Song conversions are, where she's twirling forward, how much she can get away with it and stop every one of the opponent's options. And they can't, you know, mash jab, or there's no option select that can hold parry or whatever, and you have an option for everything. Then yeah, Elena looks great. And honestly, all the DLC characters have been really good in this game. So don't forget, the patch notes are gonna drop the same day Elena's release. It's crazy. Let me know what you guys think about this character. I'm super hyped to play her, man.